That's the one thing we hear the most. Their kids want to come here. My kids want to come here. It's great. And you can walk in here and look at the tables when they're set up, and you can see a family dressed in their Sunday best, an alternative family, tattooed and pierced, and that jock family, coaches and kids, athletes, baseball players, and everyone's sitting together, and it doesn't matter because we don't have a demographic. Well, it started off as a retirement idea. We moved to Crown Point. The one thing Crown Point was missing is Crown Point doesn't have a donut shop. But we came up with the idea originally. It wasn't like all of our idea. I'd taken my wife to see Q&A with Kevin Smith. He was telling a story. He owns a comic shop in New Jersey. But on the way home, she had made that comment that if he had a donut shop right next to his comic book store, he'd be 800 pounds. And then it just kept going from there. And before you knew it, my wife's doing research on how to make donuts, specific donuts. We're making donuts in our house. We bought a double fryer that fit perfectly on our stove. We're making dough on the weekends, and we're testing out all the donuts that we create with our friends that come over. She had this Italian shortbread recipe that she decided to tweak. That was her grandmother's, and everybody started eating and going, wow, we're just eating the dough. We're not glazing these, we're not putting frosting on them, just eating the dough. It's fantastic. And even our buddy Dale, the one who's a little finicky, he's like, oh my God, this is great. Well, wow, if we can impress Dale, Jesus. So there's the donut. Most people instantly thought gourmet donuts expensive, like a gourmet cupcake shop. Then they showed up and they were like, a donut's $1.25. A gourmet donut's $1.55. Wait, that's not breaking the bank. And what coffee costs, what a dozen costs. Like, wow, wait, the gourmet price of the donuts is cheap, reasonable. But so they come in with their kids. So when they come in with their parents, they get to look around. Now they're seeing things that normally they would only see, like if they went to the Target toy section. They probably never even seen a comic book. And now there's a comic book over there from a TV show that they watched or something they're familiar with. The fusion of it is amazing, because when we first opened and I set up the comic book store was set up like any comic shop would be. Okay, from my games to the comics that I carried were all, say, demographically built for that on the low end 13-year-old kid to your older adult. 2 months in, I got people asking me for children's comic books. Do you have anything for the kids? Superman's pretty clean, but that's all I got to offer. So now we're ordering, got My Little Pony and Adventure Time, and it works. And I have subscribers that are under the age of 10. I have one girl in particular, her folder literally says Freckles. Doesn't have her name on it, it just says Freckles. And all she gets is Star Wars comics. Any Star Wars comic that comes out, she wants it. It doesn't matter who they are, they all get different tastes. We have people who come in and they can't wait to see what the next flavor is going to be. They're dying to try a new. There's one lady who has tried every single pie that we've had. She's done the same thing with the donuts. But that vibe will keep rolling regardless of who walks in. I find that our place is something that somebody wants to take somebody to. Like, I want to show this off to you. I want you to feel the same way I felt when I walked into that store. And you'll see them walk through the door, their eyes go straight up. They look, this is not what they're expecting. We're going to a comic shop, dark, dismal, or well lit with that same carpeting you find in any utility office, bland. They walk in here and they're amazed. It's almost like being in a theme park.